ready for battle. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Ramon Escalera, co-CEO of the Legacy and PDO Pro, and we appreciate you all for being here. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and introduce Mr. Mr. Pastor Mel.
It's exciting to be here, gentlemen. I wasn't planning on this call for this morning, but I believe that God does everything by design. And who would I be to avoid a call like this? I love you guys. I honor you guys for what it is that you're doing. You've added great value to my life in a very short period of time. So I know this is a God thing, not a Mel thing, and I'm excited to be here.
All right, all right. And that's Pastor Mel and my super partner there. I would not even try to attempt and share and doing this day without these guys. So without further ado, I'm just going to give you the little bit that I put together. And Mindset Monday to me and Motivational Monday to me is just giving you some words and positive. This was something that I received on the internet doing some research late last night and just wanted to share with you guys uh, a mind shift. So, to understand what a mind shift is, I went to the dictionaries of all dictionaries, which was the Urban Dictionary. And the top definition, you guys, I would have never expected for this definition to come out of the Urban Dictionary. So I guess they're stepping up their game and resources. So you guys just listen to what a mind shift is. A shift in your mindset caused by creating something out of a fine balance between insight and innovation, leading to a mind shift. Man, that right there blew me away when I found that definition in Urban Dictionary. Because sometimes some of those words and different things like that is just crazy. So for me to receive that this morning from that place was like really motivational for me. A mind shifter, which every one of you guys want to be, is a person or one who professes such change. Your approach towards life needs a mind shift and doing something you feel strongly about by allowing a mind shift. We want to be able to bring that tenacity today to you guys this morning to be able to help you in your campaign and whatever you're doing to shift. So getting into it, there is nothing as powerful as a change of mind. You can change your hair, your clothing, your address, your spouse, boy, I tell you, and your residence. But if you don't change your mind, the same experience will perpetuate in itself over and over again because everything is outwardly changed, but nothing is inwardly changed. Now, I want to stick a pin in that right there. That's just saying that the outward has changed, but nothing inside has changed. The inside, that man, that mind that's inside, that's the strongest thing that's going to control the outward. And so, if you've never changed that inward person, that inward way of thinking, then you're going to sooner or later it's going to reappear. It's going to show itself again. So we want to be able to get inside the mind and be able to help change those ways of thinking. If you want something out of life, if you want to change yourself, if you want to acquire something, if there's some goal that you want to reach, changing your behaviors, overcoming negative habits is challenging and it's hard. We know that it's
Mhm.
hard, but we know in order to make that shift, you have to be willing to do the hard things, not just the easy things. And I don't know about you guys. I always say that convenience and success doesn't go hand in hand. Getting up in the morning, receiving a text at 2 a.m. saying I'm not going to be able to do the motivational program, that right there was a mind shift for me. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm talking about, but I'm sure
Mhm.
that you can relate to having to do some things that you really don't want to do, but you do them in spite of because it's going to help benefit other people. And that was my mind shift this morning. I had to shift my mind, get out of the bed, and make some things happen so we can be here this morning and have this words of encouragement, this motivational Monday. Most people go through life never discovering what their talents are. See, I knew at an
Mhm.
early age what my talent was. My mama told me, boy, you got it. And it took me a while. I scratched my head and I always understood, Mom, what do you mean? She said, you got it. So as years came past, I finally fell into what it was that she said I had, and that was the ability to be able to talk to people and be able to relate to people, which works so well. That's something that you really have to have in building relationships, going through life, and that's what furthering your business is all about: is the relationships, the people, being able to show yourself friendly. Most people never
Mhm.
develop their talents. The only thing that they're gonna make that's gonna make you happy, my friend, in this year, any other is to step it up. Step it up. You got to step it up. Whatever you're doing, evidently, I know a lot of people are still sitting on their rusty dusty, watching the paint dry, so to speak, but they're not stepping it up. You got to
Mhm.
step it up. You got to put in the hyperdrive. You got to work like there's no tomorrow. Sometimes I wake up and I say, San, what if you didn't make it today? What have you done? That's the first thought in my mind. What if you didn't open your eyes today and you left? What did you accomplish in the past week, the past month, the past year? Whatever that mindset is, we need to take it to another level today. And that's what I wake up in the morning. And I'm not saying I'm a champion or anything different, but you got to get your mind right. You got to be ready to shift and go to the next level. It's to discover what you're capable of and feel that incredible power of pushing through whatever's holding you back and get to the other side. It doesn't matter what's in front of you. It doesn't matter what the obstacles are. Your goal, no matter what's in front of me, I'm going to get to the other side. And that's what you want to do. You want to prepare yourself no matter what trials and tribulations, no matter what your family says, no matter what your friends say, your wife say, or whatever. You just know your end goal. You already know the end of the movie. The end of the movie is you getting whatever you desire and whatever you want out of your life, whatever you're pushing towards, shifting that mind, getting to that point. All right. So that is what the game is all about. When you step into your fears and continue to push yourself to go on, something happens for you. It's not magic. It's not osmosis. It's sheer drive and determination, the will to not quit, to not give up. Everybody has that in them. You just have to find a way to bring it out. And like I said, when you start getting your mind up in the morning, start thinking about certain things, start hanging with guys like Pastor Mel and Ramon Escalera, aligning yourself with eagles instead of hanging with the pigeons. They always say. Um, it looks it look at if you look at somebody who is really successful and you think, wow, I mean, they're so amazing. They're such a genius. You got to dig underneath and you remember something. People are rewarded publicly for what they practice every year in private. Now, I'm going to say that again.
Mhm.
People are rewarded publicly for what they practice for years in private. See, what happens is people don't really want to put in the behind the scene work. They want the
Mhm.
reward, but they don't want to do the work. You gotta,
Mhm.
when you see these athletes out here, when you see people like Steph Curry on these championship teams, or these guys who win these gold medals, they work for years to get to that one plateau. And that's
Mhm.
the difference between making it or breaking it. So that's what we're not doing. A lot of us in ourselves, we show up for the event, but we don't do the work that it takes to get up to the event. And we want to change that mindset. We want to shift you from that right there this morning and be able to start doing some behind the scene work. Like if you're a network marketer, your reward comes from helping your people, serving your people, building leaders. That's the behind the scene work. Now, the upfront work, the reward that you see is when you're walking across stage, when everybody sees you a top money earner, when everybody sees that your business is really growing and prospering. They see the end result. They don't see what it takes, that you have to deal with a person calling you late at night. And when you receive that phone call, you have a level of excitement like you was waiting on that phone call. Man, I'm glad you called me at 4 o'clock in the morning. What's going on? How can I help you? And that right there is the type of leadership that you want to have, you want to be in whatever you're doing. If you don't develop the courage to do that which has been given to you to do, you spend a lot of time going around trying to convince other people or trying to get their approval. I don't know about you guys, but this year, this time in this game, especially with my personal business, and my partner Ramon can contest to that, we have left a lot of people behind. We said we'll come back and get you, from family members to friends to people, the advisors that told us, look, this thing just ain't gonna work. We took that same attitude and that same vision and said, you know what? We're not going to let all that outside noise get inside to what we're trying to do. We want to continue to grow and allow only the positive people that's going to come in. Because if you ever seen that commercial, I think it's the insurance commercial where you have all those suckers that get on your car and they just start draining the energy. That's the thing you're going to have to do. You're going to have to shake those people off. You're going to have to shake them off, because they're the ones that is shifting your mind in a whole total different direction. It's a scam. It's a scheme. Nobody makes money there. Most people don't stick and stay to get their pay. They leave after 30 days. How can you build a conglomerate? How can you build a profitable business if every time you get into something, 30 days later, you done went to something different? It's never going to work for you if you don't decide to get your mind right, to get yourself right, and stay and see what the end results is. And then if you saw any value in what you're doing, you know what? 9 times out of 10, that didn't change. The only thing that changed was you allowing people to come in and change your mind about what you were doing. So stay focused, stay diligent, stay on the watch, and keep moving and pressing towards your mark. This is the reason why we're having this Mindset Monday, Shifting Monday, Motivational Monday, Encouraging Monday. This is what we want to bring. Not that we're going to teach you anything, but we want to inspire you to move, to take it to another level, to know that you be encouraged, that you're not in the game by yourself. From the top to the bottom to the middle, everybody here is willing to help you and pull you up to get to the plateau that you need to be. That is our mission. That's our mindset. That's where we're at, and that's what we want to do for you guys. So other people convince you that what you're doing doesn't have any value. You need to know the value. Nobody should be able to come in and tell you what the value of what you're doing is. You should be able to tell them every point of value. Well, I don't think that $25 thing is worth $25. Well, I know what my $25 thing is worth. You can't tell me what it's worth because I already know what it's worth. You can't move me off this mountain if I know where I'm supposed to be. That is the problem why people don't get to where they need to go. Nobody should be able to remove you if you know the value of what you have. You need to get in, and how do you learn this value? You have to know the product. You have to know the people. You have to know the plan. You have to develop yourself. And if you have your developed planet and strongly in whatever you're doing, nobody, not in any conversation, can sway you any different. So that's what you want to do. You want to learn and know the value. Never give up on your dreams, or they will take that from you if you don't know your value. How much time do you have left? How much time do you have left? When you start thinking about that, we don't know. Most of us don't use the stuff that we have that we have brought into the universe. See, we spend a lot of time educating and not enough time activating. A lot of times I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it, but I go and do it. It always comes. Now, you should always be prepared. You should always be prepared. No, but a lot of time we are over prepared. We have people on the call right now that have been studying the business, whatever they might be doing. They keep buying more education, but they're not going out here and applying it. A lot of times I don't even want to learn anything else until I start using what I have. I think we've been equipped with more than enough to really do some of the things we need to do, but the problem is we won't do it. And I want to pose this question to you guys. And when we open up the mics, I'm gonna ask you guys, why do you think it is that we don't do it? We've been given everything we need. We've been going, you've been in business for 10, 15, 20 years. Why do you think it is that you don't do what you need to do? I already know what it is, and I'm gonna cheat, and I'm gonna tell you guys, your belief and your faith is not strong enough. Your belief and your faith is not strong enough. The knowledge is great, and that's going to give you a level of belief. But sometimes you can't see what it actually is. You have to know deep inside you what it is. And you haven't got to that point. You're faking the funk. You're not really in it to win it. You're not all in. You're halfway straddling. And whatever you're doing, so that's the reason why that you're not being successful. If you really want to take it to another level and you really want to do what you came to do, hopefully most of us on the call is in network marketing or some type of business or whatever. But if you want that success in your life, you have to go in. As Steve Harvey say, you gotta jump. There's no safety net here. There's none. You have to make a decision. If nobody else is going to do it, I'm going to do it with every bit, every fabric that I have. And I'm telling you, if you bust the gut and you look back on it within 30 to 60, 90 days, you will see a great difference in whatever you want to do. You need to work it like there's no tomorrow. That we have brought us into the universe. Stop wasting valuable time. All right, we already went over that. If you want something, you have got to be relentless. All right, you've got to learn how to become resourceful. You've got to learn how to become creative. See, leaders, we only can get you so far. We only can instill so much into you. At the end of the day, you have to be resourceful. A lot of times I will tell people, I'm going to teach you how to fish. I'm not going to give you a fish. If you ask me a question, I'm going to tell you how you can go find it. I'm not going to give you the answer. And a lot of times when I used to be with my mentor, I thought it was he was just being mean or he was just being lazy. But I thought that what it was that he was doing. But no, he was equipping me to be resourceful and to become creative on my own. So that's what you want to do. You want to empower leaders, and whatever you're doing, you want to raise up leaders. You want to give them the opportunity to get to the level that you are, and that's by challenging them and not babysitting them and not giving them everything at their fingertips. Hey, where's that video at? If you can't come to the calls and you can't show up to the trainings, I know circumstances and stuff come into play. But guess what? When you get there, it'll be waiting on you. We're not going to always facilitate everything for you because we want you to find a way. Plug in with your peers. Somebody is on the calls recording. Find out who that person is because sometimes we just don't record. So you won't have the luxury or that crutch to go back and see the video. So we want you to use your own resources and be creative. The power to hold on in spite of everything. The power to endure. This is the quality, the winner's quality. The hunger, the ability to face defeat again and again without giving up. This is the winner's quality. What this power is, I cannot say. All I know is that it exists and it becomes available only when a man or a woman is in a state of mind in which he or she knows exactly what he or she wants. And it's fully determined not to and it's fully determined not to quit until they find it. And see, that's the tenacity of every human being that's on this call. You, yourself, the winner's quality. The race isn't given to the swift, the person that comes in real fast, the first person that gets there. It's given to the person that endured to the end. You have to stay in. I tell people this story all the time. I have friends that are in other businesses, 5 Links, Excel to Communications, ACN, prepaid legal, all kinds of businesses. And while I was jumping, chasing the shiny object, never committing, they stayed. And those people are millionaires, 8 figures, 7 figures, still doing the business, never changing, evolving, even through the rough times and the bad times when there was no compensation plan, where the product still couldn't be defined, when people were saying there was a scam, when their family saying, look, you're just wasting time. They stayed. And you know what they are today? They're successful in where they want to be. We want to make sure that we don't give up. Make sure whatever value that you see in whatever you're doing, that be the sticking and the glue that keeps you and binds you in. Make sure you attach yourself. It's not always about the business, you guys. It's about the people. Make sure you attach yourself to the right people, the right crowd that's going to help you in your journey in whatever you're doing. There's greatness in everyone, not just me, not just Mel, not just Ramon and other people. It's in you too. You need to find what that talent, that greatness is, and then you need to work on it and develop it yourself. So that's the end of my presentation. Hopefully, somebody got a little bit of something out of that, motivation, whatever you want to call it, inspiration. But this is where we are. So I want to open it up. I had some more stuff here, but I'm not gonna go through all that. I'm gonna open it up this morning for you guys. Pastor Mel, do you want to say anything, or Ramon?
Pastor Mel can go ahead if he wants to share something.
Okay.
I'll be glad to jump in. At the beginning of the year, first, man, you helped me with that. You said a number of key things that I share this all the time at the congregation where I pastor. Most of us, whether it's something spiritual, intellectual, emotional, whatever capacity it is in, we have sufficient data. We just don't have sufficient action to act on that which we already know. And I want to reiterate that because that's what you were just echoing just a moment ago. Very profound principle that most of us, we miss that. And when you miss that, you miss the future that you owe yourself to prepare yourself forward into. I wrote a little poem in the beginning of the year. I'll share it with you real quick, and then I'll give you just a few tips of things that were on my mind when I was invited on the call. It was a poem that I wrote at the beginning of the year. It says, if I were a tree, what kind of tree would I be? See, the kind of tree I am to be is up to me. So I look up to the one who created me. I look in to see what's inside of me. I look out to the ones in need of me. And each season I grow. Each season I stretch. Each season I shed. Each season I become more of who and what I was always meant to be. If I were a tree, what kind of tree would I be? I finally discovered who I am. I am a tree. And how fruitful I am is up to me. I want to encourage you to understand where you are right now is no accident. I mean, just
Ah.
But for the longest time, that's how I was living, as a fraction instead of the whole me that I was made to be. And I hope that someone can hear this voice, regardless of who it is, whether you know me or not, that you're right now being called out to step into a place of bravery, to step out of a place of cowardice and walk in boldness, to be courageous, because you deserve more, your family deserves more, everybody who's connected to you, people who haven't even met you yet that are relying on you, they all deserve more. And if you will allow me, I'd like to introduce you to you. You're greater than what you've been doing. You're greater than what you believe. You're greater than what you've been acquainted with and what you've tolerated. And you got to wake up. It's good to have a dream, but if you don't wake up, that dream means absolutely nothing. Some of us are way too broke to be comfortable. Some of us have too many people depending on. A good friend of mine, we call him Wealth Shift, Sean DeRoe. This brother really helped me to see something. Just because you're doing good in your own finances, well, what about your neighbor? What about your friend? What about your family? Wouldn't you like to be able to pay someone else's child's way to school just because you got yours in the college? What about somebody else? When do we get the mindset back? Here's the shift. When we start caring enough about other people, serving them, making ourselves dirty, not just to make ourselves better, but to make them better. Maybe your hospital bills are paid, but somebody can't pay theirs right now. Maybe you got groceries all through your cupboards. Maybe your freezer is full, but someone else's isn't. And maybe you don't need to do this thing for you, but you need to do it for somebody else. Stop tolerating some things. You make it go forward over and over again with tolerate because you never dealt with it. You never identified it. You never called it out. You never owned up to the fact you pretend you're greater than that. So this truth has to be settled, and I don't know if you'll make the necessary decision today or not. I pray that you do. You got to make the decision of this. There will always be people that are greater than you somewhere in some capacity. That's never an issue. I don't care. I mean, even our late, great Muhammad Ali, all the things he said. Oh, man, I love Muhammad Ali. But the reality is there's always someone greater than us. That's never the issue. Issue is, are you going to become your greatest self? Or are you going to make excuses? Notice, every life we live, mine, yours, and everyone else's, our lives are only manifestations of what we truly believe. It's one thing to say we believe something, but it's altogether different to really believe it, for what we truly believe will always be tested. And the problem with most of us is we will watch champions on TV, but we will never take the daring, bold, courageous steps to become one ourselves. It's not arrogant, it's not cocky, but I believe I'm a star because that's all God makes. He doesn't make junk. You're a star, and it's time for you to shine. It's time for you to get out of your comfort zone and become what you were created to be. And it's not just on the information. This is what our brother was just saying. It's not just on the instruction. It's not even just on the inspiration. It's on the implementation. Will you implement that which you've been informed of, what you've been instructed about, what you've been inspired for? Will you implement? Will you act? My first book was written. It was called Hell to the No, How to Get Out of the Hell You've Been Living In for the Life You Were Meant to Live. It's a book about vision, about stepping in and acting in imperfect situations. Everything in my life certainly is not perfect. I'm not a perfect person. Many faults, many failures, many fears, but I made a decision to go on anyway and to shine like who it is that God made me to be. I close with this. It's something mission essential. I hope you'll write it down. This is the mission for the rest of the year. This is what I'm on. I hope you'll embark with me. Eliminate every excuse. Those are three E's. Eliminate every excuse. Here's why. Because it takes just as much energy, just as much effort, if not, to create and maintain an excuse as it would take for you to begin to act out in excellence. And it's time for excellence. It's time to shine. This is your season. It's been a joy sharing with you.
All right, Pastor Mel.
Thank you, Pastor. That was awesome.
Thank you. Hey,
that was fire.
The storm took me out. They shut my power down over here. I hope my wife paid the bill. But, I was glad to see you guys were still on, and you guys didn't go anywhere. So that's the power of the internet. I was down. I was out. Wi-Fi was gone. Everything. But hey, we continue to press on. Glad you guys are still here. So Ramon.
Yeah, what I wanted to share, follow up with that. I mean, again, I'm not. You guys are phenomenal speakers, so I'm just gonna go ahead and lay down what I know. What I would encourage you to do, taking these words of encouragement and inspiration by San and Pastor Mel, what would someone like you and I do right now, being in the positions that we are? Well, how does this work for us, being in the legacy and everyday business, and maybe your personal businesses? What are we gonna do right now to apply? Well, and how you say it in the shortest terms I can say it is doing your daily routines, whether it be quotes, encouragement, branding, using the actual tools and software that are given to you, that you're purchased, using it and showing your teams every single day, maybe having your own trainings at night or in the evening or in the afternoon, whenever it is available. Become that leader and share everything that we have to offer as a business. If you see the tools are working great and you know they work, the numbers don't lie, we show you the numbers live over the shoulder. This is something that you can take and share that with your teams, with the people in your organization, in your structure, in your groups, and apply these trainings. Watch the trainings, watch the YouTube trainings that we've offered, watch the live training that we offer, and take that and use it and share it with your teams if they're not able to make it. That's okay. It's okay for you to go ahead and create a video or to have a live webinar with the platform that we've given you. There's so much more that you can do rather than just showing up. I mean, if you're going to show up, invite. If you're going to teach everything, show them everything that we have to offer inside the legacy. And then, I mean, the value's there. The value's there in the trainings, the value's there in the software that we're giving, the value's there in the income that you're going to be earning from that. As we share and continue to build, within the coming weeks and months, again, this is only our second month and we're still growing at a rapid pace. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not going to slow down. I mean, we're definitely coming out with some more value as time goes by, some more software that's going to be easy for the average folks to use and share their businesses as well. This is something that you can sell a lawyer. This is something that you can sell a business owner. This is something that you can sell to anyone out there that's trying to promote a software, a product, or a business, or promote anything, a musician. It doesn't matter. So, I mean, how does someone like you share that with someone that isn't in network marketing? Well, you show them what the software can do for their business. Say, hey, you can put your business on autopilot. Hey, you can do this. You can schedule tweets. You can brand your photos. I'm sure that, how barbershops, they always take pictures of, either the haircuts or salons, or it may be someone selling vitamins or something in their general store. They may take pictures, and they may have coupons. They may have something that they can then take that photo, you make it into a clickable image, you share it on social media, and they can have that on autopilot and just sharing it, branding their company with their website and logo right on the photo. This is something that we can all do every single day. All day, every day. Just continue to build your business, continue to brand yourselves, your website, or even your blog. Just get out there and do it. Get out there and do it. I do it every day. I have a routine in the morning, afternoon, and before I go to bed, all day, every day. It's not going to be easy to get to where you want to go, but you know what? The road's not the road for successful people is never paved. It's always a winding road and filled with debris, but you're going to get over that. I mean, many of you will, many of you won't. I'm not going to say everybody's going to be successful, because I'll be lying, you know. But what I can tell you is, if you really work hard at it, you possibly can. Any one of us can. And again, just keep pushing forward, using the software, the tools, the training that we're giving you. Apply it. We're not giving you this information for no reason. Apply it. The graphics trainings, the one that Sam's going to be doing shortly, the next training. We have some more blog training that's going to be up and coming with Patricia, and so on. If you guys attend these trainings and bring your teams in, let them learn, that's going to help you duplicate your team. It'll then begin 1 or 2 trickles of people coming in, and then all of a sudden it's going to double, and then triple, and then quadruple. Next you know, you're making that financial freedom. You're financially free from the income you're earning with the legacy and your business as well. And this is what our goal is to get you to that point. And the only way to do so is to show you and guide you the best way we can as a business and community. So again, thank you all for attending. Thank you, Sam and Pastor Mel. I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic to Sam.
All right, all right. Hey, know the value. That's what Ramon's talking about. Know the value and then increase the value by adding your own insight to it, your level of belief and understanding of what you have. If you don't, someone's going to persuade you that what you have is not worth staking your career or business on, and when we know otherwise, because you know the value. We want to open up the mics today. Like I said, we just want to give you inspiring words or some motivation, some encouragement, and we want to open up because some of you might have something that you want to share with the people. We're not going to hold you here all morning, but like I said, this is about you, and we add our little insights onto it, but I'm sure a lot of you guys have something to offer. So if you want to speak, just go ahead and type in the chat box. Open up my mic, and I'll get you on. John, I see John is there. I know John. How you doing? John, Aaron. All right, you guys, your mics are open.
Hey, how's everybody doing this morning?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right.
Man, I'm trying to tell you guys, man, you guys just woke my week up, man. All right? Like, I was like, okay, another week, I do this, let's do this. And I get on the call, and I'm like, another week, let's go, baby, let's do this, So we love it, man. Like, people gotta show up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't expect to win the Olympic gold straight up off of the couch. You didn't do no type of work, no type of training. Yeah.
Yeah, he's saying.
I thought somebody said something.
Hey, that's kind of like the Cavaliers didn't show up last night.
Exactly.
Hey, everybody looking at LeBron. Everybody looking at LeBron. You can't have a team and everybody looking at me.
Exactly, man. They got to step it up, man. You got to be a product of the product. A lot of people are falling off in the companies, that they join real quick because, number one, they're probably just chasing the dream. They're chasing the flash. Number two, they don't sit down and try to learn how to use the products. You guys put so much training, so much effort, so much videos up for everybody to learn how to use the product, just in case they can't get in touch with any other human in the world. They can sit
Mhm.
down and dissect those videos and put it in. You'll never learn something if you never do it. You'll never be ready
Mhm.
if you never try. I worked my way, like I was a middle linebacker all my life. Small dude, just strong and fast and real smart, and I loved playing football. When I got to college, they wanted to make me a free safety. I'm like, I'm not a free safety, but you know what? I love football so much, I want to play free safety me all day. Let's go. I worked my way from sixth string to second string my first year. Okay, and this is going against people, you know what I mean, that was getting a lot of attention from like UCLA, USC, you know, all these types of things, all these types of schools. And like we got to like about the second to last game of the year. I finally reached second string um, defensive back, and you know we were up probably like 35 to something stupid, right? And they called in like second string defense. They called in third string defense. They was calling in all these types of names. And my defensive back coach wouldn't let me go on the field. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, why ain't you let me go on the field? Like I'm ready to play. Like what's going on? And he's like, you're not ready yet. And that pissed me off so badly. Okay,
Mhm.
that made me so mad that I quit football for life that day,
Mhm.
that night. And what I learned from doing that was never let anybody tell you you're not ready. All right? Because you didn't put in the hard work. You know where you're supposed to be at, okay? The only time that you're going to be ready for something, and let this let this like sink all the way down into your head. You have to do it. You have to do it. Okay? Now, I'm not saying like I should have ran onto the field like, man, F you, like you're stupid. They're calling in, you know what I mean? Like I need to be out there. But like you're never going to be ready until you do something, right? So
Mhm.
how is he supposed to know I wasn't ready and he never throw me out there? I was killing it in practice. I was killing it in practice. You know what I'm saying? I didn't work my way all the way up. I didn't learn the plays. I was doing, you know, the extra work, the extra hard work, you know, and you never know until you actually do something. You never know if the pizza is good if you never took a bite. All right, because it might be delicious to some other people, but it might not be right on your taste buds. You gotta do it, guys. You guys are here. Congratulations for being here because you guys are doing it. You know what I'm saying? And thank you for San and Ramon. All right, and Pastor Mel, that was some good words. Thank you guys for building this, and
Thank
let's
you,
keep.
brother. Thank you.
That's all I got.
Amen.
All right.
Amen. That's good.
There you go. Get in the game. Hey, I had some football experiences with that too. I thought I was ready, and I just knew I was ready. And they were on the 1 yard line, and I said, "Man, I can do that. Put me in, coach." And they did they ran it to my side and pitched me the ball. And see, them dudes look so small on the sideline. Sometimes you do think you're ready. When I got in the game, they became 10 times bigger. And the long story short is I didn't get that that yard. That was the hardest yard of my life. You know. So sometimes you need to make sure you're ready. You know, and you could do that by putting
Mhm.
in the work and actually, you trying to get in for the wrong reasons. That's the still the glory. I saw that it was an easy 1 yard, and sometimes you think it's gonna be easy when you're chasing these other programs and it's free and it's this and it's that. You think it's easy, but somehow, sooner or later, you have to do the work no matter what business you're doing. You have to be willing to
Mhm.
pay the price to get the reward. And I was trying to cheat. Hey, coach, let me in on that 1 yard. I didn't work to get to there. I just wanted the reward. I wanted the glory. I wanted to go across that 1 yard and do my touchdown dance. But reality set in. I wasn't really prepared. I thought I was, and I wanted it for the wrong reason. So that was the flip side of my experience, you guys, just to give you another perspective. But we got John. John, are you still here?
Yes, 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 sir. Sure am.
All right. I don't know if you guys can hear me kind of low. You
Can y'all hear me?
Kind of low.
Kind of low. Okay.
Mhm.
yeah, step into the mic. Like they say,
Oh,
step into
okay.
the light,
Yeah.
step up to the bike.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
A little bit better. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. I'm glad I got on. Got on the call. Y'all really inspired me this morning, and I really learned a lot this morning. And I'm learning that being patient, being persistent is key. Like no matter if you get a response from anyone daily as you're working, long as you keep that persistence and knowing that you're helping someone on a daily basis, that's a plus for me. And just having a team. I mean, y'all persistence is just amazing. I mean, when you get on the calls and you know, y'all take the time out to help the team. I have never been in a company to take time out almost each day to make sure the team is up to date and make sure the team is up to date on the new softwares. And just having these training calls is phenomenal. And I'm taking advantage of it. I'm learning what I can. We got a strong team here, ministers and different people that got a good heart. That really want to see people succeed financially. And I'm really grateful, y'all. Seriously, this is the only business I've been in that I'm actually earning actual income, that I'm almost off of food stamps, literally. And I'm just grateful for this opportunity, man. And I just appreciate every one of y'all. And y'all need anything, just let me know. I'm here and to help the team. And I'm just grateful to be here.
All right. Thank you so much, John. I think Tracy, are you there? Tracy, Miss Willard. I think she had I was trying to see if she wanted to come on. I see Lonnie there. He got his hand up. Lonnie, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. You have the
Good.
floor.
All right. Well, I want to say thank you guys also because this platform is such a unique come together with everything. I've been out here a long time like you have. And so some of this is a little bit easier, but the leadership that you guys are teaching us to become leaders was something that was missing before now. I was more or less driven like, well, you get a piece done and you get money. And it was more like me, and not necessarily the team. And I'm taking the time now and working on the team building type of techniques that you guys are teaching. And it's great because um, I use the technique of warm market, and I know that there are people here that probably don't really understand what warm market is. So it was easy to get the people to qualify. But now it's like working with the cold market or working with people who this is their first opportunity. So they really don't have an understanding of the longevity or like hearing, I'm a little older, so when I hear about guys playing football and stuff like that, it kind of excites me again because I can remember when I played football and understanding over the years of sitting on the bench to being a starter, to colleges looking at you and you know not understanding everything, the big picture. And the big picture here is that you guys are training us to be leaders and not just some trinket here or some other program to buy into because it's going to make you money. But what we're learning here goes beyond just you know copy paste. I mean, this is awesome. I really enjoy the header, and for me, if I get a B plus, I'm good because it's a time thing. But it's like since I've been doing this, every now and then I get an A plus on the first try, and I'm like, man, this is great. So I'm really enjoying the intensity of the training that we have here to make it, believable that an entrepreneur is not just something like buying a lottery ticket, but if you really understand and learn what to do, this is a successful way of living. It's not just a check. This is a lifestyle. and I'm loving it. That was it.
Thank you, Lonnie, for sharing. And Sen, you still here?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Thank you, Lonnie. Thank you so much.
All right.
You know, in this industry, you look at people like Eric Warren, he say go pro, and you like what are you talking about? And then as I've been online, I start to see the separation of the professional marketers, the ones that are really out here, and then the ones that are here, really bringing that negative to the industry because network marketing. If you tell somebody, you know, you don't want to tell nobody, look, I'm a network marketer. They look at you say, oh, you're a scammer. you know, you want to get back to you having that pride to be able to say, I set my own hours, I determine my own destiny. There's no roof over my head, there's no ceiling. I enjoy my time with my family. Nobody tells me I have to get up in the morning or what time I need to stop working. I'm in total control of my life. I'm not waiting for anybody to give me anything. I can go out at it. I can go out at any time and get what I need. That right there to me is a professional marketer or entrepreneur. And that's what you want to be able to label yourself as, to be able to have that control in your destiny because only you determine where you can go. Nobody else can. And when you can go there and how long you can stay there. This is what this industry affords you, the freedom. And that freedom comes with the price. So when you sign up for these programs, just think about the price that you are really willing to pay. And if you're not willing to do it, a lot of times don't think you're going to play the lottery and win. You got to be willing, I always say, do the work. So hopefully you guys will see that the $25 is one of the easiest leverages that you're going to be able to be presented with. If you don't take advantage of the opportunity, why it's afforded to you, no products to store, not a bunch of inventory, no home parties, different things like that a lot of people are talking about in the industry that they really don't want to do. Not a high cost investment, but it's not any type of financial institution, but the yield is great where you can make a positive $100, $200 every month. I talked to Ramon this morning and I said John Woodard had put out a residual um, graft or a list when he said if you put your money in the bank at 5% and you had to put $24,000 in the bank to make $100 a month. There's people in our program that have brought 0 people in and they're making a positive plus $100 a month. Now, which one do you want to do? Do you want to work harder on the 40/40 plan or you want to be in a plan that can give you everything that you need with a small cost? Your time. That's where I would stick and stay to put my attention at. I wouldn't be trying to run back to the 40/40 plan. If I could see daylight, I will go and I'm going to keep doing it until I can get totally free. And that's why I said the value of that $100, $25 to freedom or $24,000 to make your 100 plus. Which one would you choose? And that's the question that I want to ask you guys. Which one would you choose? Hopefully, you would choose doing network marketing, doing some type of business where you're working with people, and that's all it takes for you to get to your goals. Help more people, you'll get what you need. And so, if anybody doesn't have anything else, I will close right
Sam,
there. Yes?
Sam, this is
Yes.
Tracy. Good morning,
Oh,
everyone.
okay, Tracy.
Good morning, Tracy.
Good morning.
Hello. I'm just, wow, I'm glad I didn't miss this. This was really right on time. You know, what I had to learn personally in my experience is that you can't seek approval from people, whether it's voluntarily or involuntarily, because people don't know your vision, your passion, and you have to know who you are, like Pastor Mel was saying, and not focus on what you don't know or what you don't have, but focus on what you do have. I was reading this one book, I can't remember the name of it, and I was always taught you focus on your weak area and you build up your weak area. But this book, which makes sense, it says no, you identify your strong areas and build your strong areas, make it stronger, and run with that. And that's what I'm just learning to do, is just not focus on where I feel that I might not be as adequate, but focus on work with what I have and just, move forward. And you were asking earlier, why some people don't move forward. Well, I think a lot of it is just fear. Okay, I might get a lot of people that want to sign up with me. Now what do I do? And I think a lot of times it's just fear, but you just got to get out there and just do it. So this morning was right on time. I appreciate everything that was said. Sam, I took some snapshots of what you had up on screen. I'm going to write it down, put it up on my walls, and just move forward. So I'm excited. I'm glad to be a part of $25 Legacy. Thanks.
Oh, thank you. Hey, I sent it to you.
Thank you.
I sent it to you. I just jotted down some stuff that I wanted to read and talk about. But you hit it on the head, and that's what I would say is the fear. The fear. Like I said, my mom told me, she said, "Say you got it," and that was the gift. That was the gift to talk to people, and I was fearless, and that's what creates. You can have success in this industry. When they told me that all I had to do for my freedom was talk to a bunch of people and become friends with them, that was already in my talent. So it's not hard for me to be able to do that. But the real challenge is for me is you're only defined, your greatness is defined by how many winners you create. So how can I transfer my gift of what I have to other people? And so that's the reason why we do so much training and do much teaching. You can't always have the same talents, but it's your determination and your will. That's my testimony is you don't have to be extraordinary in every industry, in every aspect of the game. I'm not that great teacher. You need to partner with people that are. You need to surround yourself with the components that you are weak in. I know my strong point. I'm not going to waste a bunch of time chit-chatting with you on Facebook. I need to get you on a phone call so I can talk to you. Because I'm like an alligator. When I get you in that water, you're done. But I can't. If I'm going to grab you on land, you got too much of a chance. I need to get you on the phone. So when I'm talking to you, my whole mindset is how can I? Hey, you got Skype? Hey, you got WhatsApp? Can I ring you up on Facebook? Because I need to talk to you. I'm with you, Tracy. You need to find your strengths and you need to develop your strengths and find people that are strong in where you are weak and work with those people. Ramon is very strong in training. He has a passion for training like nobody else does. Why would I spend all my time trying to be the training guy when I have a partner that's phenomenal in what he's doing? And he lets me be who I am, and I let him be who he is. And that's what you guys need to do. Stop trying to build businesses by yourself. That was one of my biggest drawbacks and failures is I had to be the superstar. You have to duplicate yourself some kind of way, whether it's with systems, whether it's with whatever, training. You got to teach, you got to pass it on to someone so they can be able to do it as well. You can't be the only one with all the talent and controlling everything. So partner with some people. Continue when you're in these groups and you're talking to people, continue to reach out and connect and grow your relationships. That's how you find your partner. Ramon found me on YouTube. That's how you find your partner, is putting in work. My mentor said, saying you need to do more YouTube videos. I don't do YouTube videos. That's not my strong point. He said, still do it. And I did it. And Ramon found me on YouTube. So that's what you got to do. You got to do stuff in spite of, whether you like it, whether it's fun for you, whether whatever, whether it's comfortable, you still need to do it. Like Aaron said, just do it. That's what it comes down to. It's just to do it. Just that simple, you guys. But that's the hardest thing to do for a lot of us is just go ahead and put ourselves out there. We think we look stupid. We think we sound stupid. We're not perfect. We want to be perfect before we go. Nothing about my speech. People talk about my Southern twang. None of that. But I know that it has some type of draw. I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses. I can't spell, so I'm not trying to spell. I call Miss Pat all the time. Okay? Know who you are and be that best you can be. And I'm inspired this morning. Thank you guys. It was by chance that my two peoples had something to do and they called me out of my rusty dusty. And it made me have to step my game up this morning. So, yeah, you need to go when you're called. And you need to find more situations to put yourself in so you can be uncomfortable. Because that's when the champion inside of you is going to rise. So, hey, I don't know. I done killed it this morning. I can't chew on it no more, Pastor Bell. I don't know if you're still here. Ramon,
I'm here.
is anybody else?
Could I say one thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Could I offer one thing? And this is it'll be numerous free resources associated with it if you want. Please don't take it that I'm offering you something out of the contrary, but I know for a fact that my good friend and one of my mentors in it, Delatoro McNeil II, he has so many things that are valuable. And when you subscribe to the KeynoteTV.com, not only are you able to watch the presentation skills of people who take it serious, because you need that to take your business to the next level, but you're also going to get a number of free resources that it comes to just personal development and all those types of things. So if you go to that, thekeynotetv.com, you'll get the opportunity to get free resources concerning your presentations, and also you'll be able to see the show in the 6 seasons that are being seen.
Yeah, and you get to see Pastor Mel too in the middle of the screen. I done watched all the episodes.
We're gonna get him on the call.
Yeah,
we're gonna get him on the call though.
Hey, some great stuff, Pastor Bell. Some great stuff over there. So you guys, some great resources. With that show, I seen it and it was amazing. I learned a lot. And Delatore is the real deal Holyfield. If you want to start speaking and getting your confidence and learning how to be a public speaker and those different things like that. It's a journey. It's a price you have to pay. Pastor Bell could tell you, he's still, with all his talent and all his resources, he's still working. He's still working.
Yes,
still trying to get there. So it's not an easy journey. So you have to be willing to pay the price. So nobody else has anything. So we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for coming. Hopefully next Monday, Ray and Lisa should be back, and they're still planning on what they're going to be doing as far as materials, but we're going to always try to keep the first 10, 15, 20 minutes to giving you guys something to get you through the week, to get you through the day, and get you through the hour, some inspiration, some encouragement. But we do want to add some more value. Talk to Ramon about, when people show up, maybe still giving them some training at the end after we close out from that. Even with our presentations that we're going to do tomorrow, we're going to still have some training. So if you guys missed the presentation, it's always good to get in front of the presentation and hear it 1,000 times. I done heard it 1,000 times, and I keep hearing it 1,000 times because I want it to be a part of me. When I talk to people, I can talk with confidence and boldness and knowing the value of what I have in my company, which I've received by listening and hearing. And that's how you receive it, is you hearing it and absorbing it. So Miss Pat's going to be doing that Tuesday. We're still working depending on the show up and how many people we have in attendance, because we want to give you guys our best. But if you're not showing up, then we're not going to go twice a day. We're gonna supplement it with something, or you maybe do the presentation in the first half of the evening at 11, and then maybe come back later on that night with some training or something. We're gonna kill you guys with training. We're gonna overtrain you, overexpose you, and so you could see it's a hard turn to get out of some of them habits that you receive from all that other stuff that you were doing before you got here. Just know that our mindset is totally different. The way we deliver and the way we instruct is totally different than what you guys probably ever. Some of the techniques and stuff that we do is totally off the chart and out of left field. But you understand once you start growing it, kind of like what we're trying to teach with that auto scheduler. What you mean you can't go on Facebook and blast everybody on rapid fire? What kind of auto scheduler is that? the kind that's going to produce success for you if you understand, and you'll just take some time out and sit down and stop doing that other stuff you was doing. But we can't, everybody don't want to take that turn, but the people that do want to take the turn and want to learn, we will teach you, and Ramon will give you all that information, and he'll show you how to organically develop the magnet system to draw people to you, and that's going to have customers and prospects looking for you and not you looking for them. So once you get it in place, it yields like the golden goose laying the egg. Now you got leads. Now you're doing the right things. Now you know how to talk to those leads. Now you know how to close those leads when you get them. And they're hot leads. There are people that's searching for what you want, and you don't have to do a lot of convincing for those types of people. But it doesn't come overnight. It comes with free throws after the game is over or before the game, in between the game, on the bike, on the side. It takes a lot of stuff for you to grow that thing organically. And if you want that type of reward, you got to be willing to do it. So that's the stuff we're going to teach you. 8 o'clock, like I said, we might be shifting to some training instead of a presentation, because I think a lot of people are getting over presenting, and they're not really showing up, and they're not really putting people. So we're going to do one, and then we'll meter it from there. And then Wednesday and Friday, me and Ramon are trying to bring in some more training, some more exposure to the tools. We're going to have new tools coming in, so we'll be doing more training and more exposure to that. So you guys just be ready. It's going to be a lot of information and education for you. So, Ramon, last word.
That's it. Just want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you for everybody that spoke. Thank you, Pastor Mel. Thank you, Sam. Thanks, John, for the great words and encouragement. Thank you, Tracy, and everyone else that attended today. We appreciate you all.
Yep. Pastor Bell, thank you. Thank you for being here. If you want to say anything, and then I'm closing it out.
Father's favor.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Be ready to get in front of the presentation. Miss Pat will do what she do like nobody else, present that presentation. And then, like I said, me and Ramon will probably go into some training. I still have some graphics. I have another tool that I want to talk to you guys about. It's the iPicky tool. That's my weapon of choice over Photoshop. I've been able to put up a couple good graphics, some that I stole from other people. But anyway, I made it my own by personalizing it. Give it here.
Good on
it. But yeah,
good on it.
Stay tuned for that, and more tools and more training to come. So we'll see you guys. You guys be blessed.
All right.